Hi, Richard. Sorry for the delay. I'm really sorry. I saw this message and that's why I was supposed to do something. Just as I promised, I was supposed to do a video tutorial which is going to help you um, handle, the installation of MifosX, which is really complicated sometimes. But anyway, I'm going to walk you through installing MifosX on your Windows machine, just as you said that you installed it on your Windows machine, but still uh, going across some errors. So let me get started at the beginning. I have my folder which I downloaded from sourceforge.net, which is this one inside which I got the MyForce project. So I have these things which is located here. So what I'm going to do is I need to have Tomcat on my computer. So I have a copy of Tomcat, which is a zip file. I'm going to grab it from my picture file, and then I got this copy of Tomcat, which is Tomcat 9.0.36. And I'm not sure this is the one I need. Where is the Tomcat? Anyway, I'm going to grab it somewhere else. Uh, Inside here, if I don't have Tomcat, I can just grab it on the internet. It's not a big deal. So I'm just going to type Google and then Tomcat, Tomcat 9.0.36 download. So I got it over here, and then I click here to see what are the versions that are available, and I gotta grab this one. This one's just a zip file. So I click on the core, and then I grab this one. I have to download it. Okay, it's just 11.22 MB. So let me just download it quickly. Yeah, that's okay. And then if I open the directory, I'm going to see it inside here. Cool. So I will just unzip it and just leave it where it is located so that I don't mess things up. Now, here we go. I got my Tomcat Apache. Let me just grab all the files inside here because I would like them to be on a row. So I'll cut them and then come over here and paste. Yeah, I got everything over here paste, which is cool. Cool, yes. And then I'll delete this file, this folder. I don't need it no more. Thanks. Okay. So with this on, what I need to do first is trying to see if we can have access on Tomcat itself. And what I'm going to do is clicking over here and then type CMD. So I got a command line open, and then I would just say start bat and then click here. So I'm just expecting this is going to start my Tomcat web server. Yeah, I got the web server started, and I know this is going to be running on port 8080. So I got to go to localhost 8080, and when I do this, I got my Tomcat which is running perfectly fine right now. Okay, so now with this setup, when I click here, manage app, I gotta get a username and password. I didn't configure them already, and then this is gonna give me a failure. This is gonna give an error. So and then I cannot log in. There's a couple of things I'm supposed to do before I log in here. No matter, it's not important right now. But as long as MyFosX requires us to generate some files. Let me go to the file where I got it. Yeah, my first platform, and then inside here there's this file I'm supposed to open up, this one. Okay, so let me grab this and open it up. Okay, yeah, I got it over here. So because this one's not important, oh my god, I closed one of the most important. Let me yeah, open this again. I click here and I got a file open. Cool. Now, how to install? So there's a lot of platforms on which they're telling you to install, uh, the Final Rock platform, and they're talking about Amazon AWS, and there's a couple of things that they're showing you how to do it, and this is for Linux computer, so Linux server, just in case you got one, or you can just simulate it into a VirtualBox or VMware. You can get one and then install it. Okay, so I'm gonna be following steps over here, but sometimes these steps have been made for Linux, and then I'm not on Linux. I'm on Windows machine, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do things based on what I know. Okay. Uh, so I got a web server which is running perfectly fine, and I'm gonna close it because I don't need it to continue to run. And then let me just click on yeah, let me do this. Clear. I'm gonna clear. Okay. Now, uh, there's a couple of things that I need. I need the drizzle driver. So the drizzle driver, I'm gonna grab it from one of my Tomcat that I already on my picture folder. I'm gonna go inside Leap. I'm gonna grab the drizzle Jdbc driver. I copy, and then I gotta take it to my downloads folder. Where's my Tomcat located? It's here, Tomcat Apache. I'm going to go inside, and then inside lib folder, I'm not going to see no drizzle, and then I will drop this here. Cool. Now I got it over here, and there's another driver you need to check. It's the Jdbc driver, which is coming inside Tomcat in the lib folder. So you need to find the Jdbc. Apart from this drizzle Jdbc, yeah, you got the Tomcat Jdbc, which is available over here. And let me show you one thing. I'm using XAMPP, the version which is using, I don't know, PHP 7.4 something. But I would like to check all the dependency that I need for this application to get run on my computer. First of all, I need Java version 8. So I'm going to type Java version, and then I'm going to check it, and I will see that I got Java version 8 open and then available on my computer. So one of the things that I'm going to check is the Java C, which is the Java compiler. And by doing this, I'm going to say that the compiler is the version 8 also. Okay, as well. Cool. I got Java. What else do I need to check? I need to check if I got MySQL. So on my Windows, I don't have no password. I got MySQL, which is open. And what I'm going to do is uh, I will delete, because I've uh, had already, this Mifos implemented on my computer. So I just wanted to install it from scratch to show you how I did this. I got these two databases that I need to delete because I really don't need them because I cannot have the copy of it on the same database system. It will not be possible. So let me just delete these two databases. Okay. So the MyForce platform tenants and MyForce platform default. Let me just delete them up. Uh, yeah, I don't know how many times this is going to take. Okay, this is fine. I deleted them, and then I'm gonna come over here, and then I'll be following, this video just says, the documentation file. So you got over here where they say that you need to connect to your MySQL, and then you need to change your password or whatever they want you to change or whatever. But you know exactly what are the configuration of your database system, and you need to see what's the version of the database or the version of the MySQL server. From mine, I'm using the MariaDB, which is the same thing with MySQL. So I'm gonna do select uh, version So this is select the version. This is a function, and then when I do this, they show me that I got a version 10.1. So okay, at least I got an idea of the version that I'm using. Let me just click this. Okay, okay. So I will connect again to MySQL because I would like to create those database that they recommend me to create. Okay, they say that, oh my God, they say that I need to connect and to create this database, which is create database my first platform tenant. I'm gonna grab it and copy. Okay, I got it created. And there's one more database that they want me to create. It's this one. Okay, I grab it and then I create. Okay, I got both database created. And if I come over here on MySQL, on PHP I'm just going to refresh the page, or I'm just going to click on this home page. And then if I click on database, and I'm going to see my first platform tenant and my first tenant therefore that have been created. So if I click here, I'll see there's no table inside, and then there's no data inside. I can just refresh over here, and I'm going to see those database created. So I clicked on the my first platform tenants, which doesn't have inside. And then when I go into my first tenant before, you're going to see there's nothing inside. So yeah, everything's going to be generated automatically uh, uh, with my first implementation. Okay, so I did the first thing. There's one more thing I'm supposed to do. He then said the tables and lookup data for both databases are created on application startup, just as I meant. Step 3 optional, to be followed only if your MySQL credentials are all other than root MySQL. Manually restore the contents of my first platform tenants database. I'm not going to go through that because I don't have MySQL root and MySQL uh, password this way. And then what's the next thing I'm supposed to do? Yeah. So the next thing they're telling me, they want me to import this my first platform tenant first time install. So I have to do this. So how am I going to do this? I need to check first where am I located when I open this up. So when I come over here, I think it was here. Yeah. So I was in this folder. What I'm going to do is what? I will close MySQL and then I'll open the folder in which I need to get to grab the data. The other file is here. Its name is MyFos. They didn't type it. They just misspelled it. It's MyFos PLT form tenant first time install something like this. So I'm gonna click here and then type CMD, and then I got everything here. And then what I'm gonna do is first log in to MySQL dash row, and then I got logged in. And then because I'm in a row file, row folder, what I'm gonna do is this one. I will do source, and then the name of the database is here. The name of the file, it's my first the PLTA form dash tenant dash first dash time dash install dot SQL. This is what I'm gonna do. But before doing this, you're gonna see that I didn't, I didn't choose any database so far. So what I'm gonna do is first choosing a database before doing this operation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say use my first tenant platform. That's the database. See, that's the database name. When I come over here, I can check it over here. I got a my first platform tenant. I think it's this one. my first platform tenant. Let me just copy so that I don't misspell anything. And yeah, okay, okay, my first platform tenant. Then I say, okay, so the database has been chosen. Now, what I'm gonna do now is source. Let me open the file to see. Yeah, source. Uh, my first PL take form tenant first time install .sql, and I'm gonna do this. Okay, I got the data's imported, and then back up here, and then I click on my first platform tenants. I got the data's, I got data's imported in the system, so I didn't do it manually. It was automatically just with the command line that I wrote. I got everything set up. Okay, so what's the next? One more thing that they told me to do is that you need to pay attention to this. First, they tell you to do this. They say this. Okay, come on now. Okay. So next, update the default credentials for connecting to MifosX database. Store in the tenant table of MifosX platform tenants with your credentials. Okay, so what I'm supposed to do is doing this. You see, but I know that my username and password for MySQL, my username is root. I don't have no password. So what I'm going to do is just coming to click on tenant, and then I will just go to SQL, and then I'll paste this line, and then in here I will just type root, and then for the password I ain't got no password. I just leave it empty, and then I click on Control Enter. Yeah, I got it set up. Cool. Now I come back over here, continue. Okay, so okay. Now after I did that, what did they say again? They say I'm supposed to do this. I gotta choose the my post tenant, which has been chosen, because you can see here my post platform tenant, which is the database which is chosen, and then I just grab SQL, select all from schema version, and then I paste. I'm gonna say this there is I don't really know what do they mean, but you know, okay. So, and what's the next thing to do? We'll scroll down here. They tell me to, yeah, I need to do this one again. Select pull initial size from tenant. This is what I'm going to do. Uh, Grab and paste. Yeah, pull initial size is 5. I don't really know what does this mean, but anyway, I'm just following steps over here. Okay, but here they say if the above query doesn't throw an error, unknown column pool initial size schema version needs to be updated with the details of this patch by executing this the script below. So you need to connect, and then you use my first platform tenant, and then you insert into schema versions, and you got all these data that you need to insert in the table. And what's the next? Let's say my load my first tenant default schema with sample data. This is optional. I don't know why is this optional, because the last time I tried to install without loading this data, anytime I was trying to log in, they were I couldn't do it because I don't know exactly what happened. But when I loaded this data, I couldn't face no issue from logging in. So I don't know exactly the reason why they said optional while they know it's required. It's something which is required. So I'm not going to let this optional. I will consider this as required. Yeah, because this is coming with some sample data like the offices, users, customers, loan, product, savings product, and chart of accounts. The same can be restored by running the following command. Yeah, yeah, this one. So we need to, run this load sample data. Before we do that, we need to, yeah, I can just do it over here, which is not gonna hurt nobody. Let me come here and then grab it. Let me just grab this. Okay. So I come over here. I need to quit MySQL. Okay. I left. Okay. So when I paste this, I'm gonna see that this is coming into the database, but I know I'm in the database folder. So I will be out of the database folder because I know I'm inside. So I will remove the database again. And then my username is root. That's correct, but I don't have no password. I would just leave it empty. I can just do it like this, or I can just leave it like this. I don't have no password, and then I will do this, no password. I do this. I just click enter, and this is going to load data in my database named MifosX. Yeah, I got data loaded, and I will come to my PHP my admin. I click on my post 10 and default, and I'm going to see all the data that's been loaded. So I got them over here, which is perfectly fine. And there's one more thing I'm supposed to do. When I scroll down a little bit, I'm going to see that they're talking about Tomcat 7 point, I don't know, something, or the above. You see, and above setup. Okay. Assumption. You have downloaded and installed Tomcat 7 correctly for your operation system. That just meant operating system. And environment checks, environment variable checks, check that the following environment variable exists at Java home. So you need to check if you got them. For me, I just do echo. Oh, is it echo? This is just Java home. Oh, this is gonna print the Java location, Java home. When I do this, oh my God, I guess looks like I don't have Java. I got it. So when I do echo uh, Java home, yeah, they show me that it's installed and it's been set up into the uh, variable environment. Okay, now let me shit. Sorry, get out of this folder. Okay, now uh, opening up this again. So the Catalina, they just talking about Catalina. We just want the, I don't know if it's a plugin inside Tomcat, but it's present when you come here to Tomcat, and then you go into bin. So you're going to see this Catalina, but so you got a file for Windows, and then you got a file for Linux because you got a Catalina sh, yeah, Catalina sh here. This is for Windows, and then this is for Linux. This is for Linux, and this is for Windows. Cool. Now, scrolling down a little bit, they say what? Tomcat creates logs creates final ranked platform.log. So they want me to create this file inside the log folder. So I go to Tomcat, come here, Tomcat, inside logs. I need to create log. Let me, okay. I want to name it, yeah, So I will just remove all these things. Okay. Yeah. I got a file created and renamed. Okay. So scrolling up down a little bit, I got a drizzle file which I already grabbed from my older Tomcats, and then I just dropped into my newer Tomcats, which I just downloaded from their official website. Let me show you the one that I showed you. It's in lib folder, and you got a drizzle. Oh my God, why did I want to open it up? Drizzle Jdbc version. I don't know 1.3. I don't know if that's the version or whatever. Okay, so there's one more thing that they want me to generate here. They say this. I need to generate this key. So if you are running this on Linux, you're gonna have to do sudo, but you add sudo if you don't have privileges, and then this sudo is to tell it that you are running it as a super user. You are running it with the super user privileges, but I'm not on Linux. What I'm gonna do is this. I copy this and then I come back here. So I paste it, but something I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the location. I'm not putting it in my. Let me just grab this and then come over here and say, okay. Crystal. I'm gonna name it. First, I need to put it in a location. I put it in C colon backslash. I'm gonna put it in users backslash, and I'm gonna put it in my username backslash. I need to add the folder like music or whatever. Let me just add into music, and then I'm gonna give it a name. So its name is gonna be, instead of Tomcat, let me call it. Let me give it another name. I'm just gonna call it Mifos dot key store. Mifos dot key store. Okay. Mifos dot key store. And then an enter. They're gonna ask me the passphrase. So a passphrase, I will just grab 0 4 times. 0000. Oh my God. So my password needs to be at least 6 characters. So I'm gonna put 60 000000 000000. Okay. So what's my last name and first name? This is my last name and my first name. Okay. So what is the organization uh, organization unity? Oh, organization unit IT. Let me just put it IT. Okay. What's the name of my company? I don't have no company. I don't own a company, but I'm working for a company. So let me just put anything I would like. I'm gonna put TechnoDev is my freelancing TechnoDev. Okay. And where is the town we are actually living? Brazzaville. I'm living in Brazzaville, but I'm Congolese from Kinshasa. And okay, what's the state or the province? Uh, so this is just Brazzaville. Oh no, 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 no. This is Kinshasa. I need to put Kinshasa because this is not where I'm living, but my town. Yeah, my state or my town, Kinshasa. Okay. And what's the two? What is the country code? Just 2 letters. For the units, this is going to be CG for Congo. And then this is just like a summary. And then Yes. So for yes, I'm gonna say this is in French, and I'm gonna say yes in French. But in English, this is not the interacting with me in English. This is in French. That's why I'm just replying in French. Okay. Now they want me to set up the Tomcat user uh, password. So for me, I didn't set it up already, but I'm going to type a password which I know I will set up in Tomcat. So I will type Seth00 and Seth00. And what? Okay. So I got a key which is generated. And then how do I see the key? I gotta come to my music folder. It's in libraries, in my music folder, and then I got a key store here, Mifos key store. Okay, now before I forget about this, I gotta go to my Tomcat, uh, Tomcat here folder. I gotta go to conf folder. So you're gonna see that we got this Tomcat users. I'm gonna edit something inside here. Let me open it up with my, yeah. So we're gonna have to create a username. First of all, a user role, I'm gonna do this. Role, role name, and then here I'm gonna say Tomcat, and then slash and colon. Okay. There's another role I'm supposed to create. Role name. Oh my God. Role name, and I'll call this manager. Manager GUI. Okay. Manager GUI. Okay. And close this. Yeah. Scrolling up a little bit. Opening this up again. Username, and the username I'm going to call it Tomcat because that's the username they need. And then for the password, I'm going to put the one that I provided, which is, oh my God, I didn't put equal. Yeah, signed. I need to put equal sign. Yeah. So user password, and the password is the one that I provided, which is Seth00. And then I need to provide role. They're gonna be rows, and then inside row I will provide Tomcats, and then I'm gonna provide manager GUI. Yeah. Okay. And then I close this. So with this setup, I got a username, which is Tomcats. I got a role, which is Tomcats, and then I got another role, which is manager GUI. And I assigned those roles to Tomcat user, which is Tomcat, and then the password, I got this password. And then for the roles, I provided a Tomcat manager GUI. Okay, so I'll close this. Yeah, close this again. Oh my God, why do I have a lot of things open like this? Okay, let me close all of this. Because for me, it's not really important to have them open. Sorry. Uh, okay, close all this. Let me close all of this. Okay. Now, with this done, so let me open up again this. Okay. So we have this, script. I don't know. It's not a script. I don't know. It's just a configuration file for the server. So this one, I tried a lot of times. This didn't work no more. So I'm gonna grab the one that I used, which worked perfectly fine for me. I think that one is the one I'm gonna use. So let me just grab it where I saved it. It's in my Tomcat, which is located in my picture folder. Let me go inside conf, and then I'm gonna grab this one, which is named saver, and then copy, and then I need to paste it in my new Tomcat. newly downloaded Tomcat. I got it. Yeah, I got conf. So if you open this server, sorry, if you open this server, so you're gonna see that there's configuration things which sometimes you don't need to touch. So I'm just gonna have to close this one, and then I'll grab mine and then paste it here. So I will replace with the one which is here. I will just paste and then replace. Yeah, I got it replaced. And I'm going to show you what's inside. I open this up and then you're going to see the configuration. There's some other configuration I grabbed on the internet because I had trouble, installing this, and then I was looking for, because sometimes when I was using the configuration file which is provided by Mifos, my server couldn't even run. My Tomcat didn't run no more. And I was supposed to, track on the internet on Stack Overflow, and then I went across something which was important and then better for me because I tested it and it worked for me. That's why I grabbed this and then I just kept it for myself. So as you can see here, I just commented this one, which is the listener class, which is the Jasper listener. I don't know if they're using Jasper for printing. And then, my force is recommending if you are facing some problem into the server configuration, you can just comment it out and it's not going to cause any problem to the application. Okay. So this is the configuration that I used. So I got the JDBC MySQL, which is using the drizzle. I don't know. And then you got a theme, and then you got the local host, and you got a port on my database server, which is 3306. And you got a MyPost platform tenant, which is the configuration database. And then you got the username, which is root. You got a password, which is empty. I don't have no password. And then the other thing are just the way uh, MyPost is recommending. And then when I scroll down a little bit here, you're gonna see the place where I ordered some change. You got a connector, accept account. You don't really need to care about this. But the only thing I changed is I added the key alias, which is Tomcat. And then I can even remove this key alias, which really doesn't make sense because in the recommendation file, the file which is recommended by Mifos, it wasn't provided. And then for the key store file, I need to grab it where it's located and put it here. So what I'm going to do is I will go to my this one. I will just do this. I grab this. Uh, how am I going to? Yeah, I click here. I go to property, and then inside property, I'll grab this. After grabbing this over here, and then I just come over here. Oh, where is it located? Okay, so I'm gonna paste it over here. I got a C driver, C driver users, my username, and then music folder, and then inside I'm gonna paste myforce.keystore. I think this is the name I gave it. Myforce keystore. Okay, let me check it over here again. Myforce.keystore. Okay, I think that's cool. Now for the port, and then if you see here, you're gonna see the keystore pass. I provided 6 times 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got it. Now for the port number, I didn't use the port number 8088 just because this is an encryption, uh, an encrypted application, and the data are encrypted, and then they just want us to use the port 4443, but that port is used by my when I come here my XAM. I'm gonna say that port is used. It's a secure port, yeah, for Apache, and then I didn't want to use it no more. That's why I was supposed to change it to 8443. This is one of the recommendations from my folks. It's not my recommendation, so I just did exact same thing that I explained us. And then yeah, the other thing is just exactly the same as the Mifos provided file. Okay, now I'm gonna close this because I finished up with my configuration. What the hell is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now when I come back over here, is there one more thing am I supposed to do? Yeah, they explaining this. So you gotta go to web apps folder and you gotta drop this provider.war. I'm gonna grab the file which is inside the folder that I downloaded from sourceforge.net. I'm gonna grab it over here. I'll just copy, Control C, copy, and then I bring it to Tomcat server. I gotta take it to web apps, and then I paste it over here and cool. So one more thing I'm supposed to do, as they say, I'm supposed to rename this root folder into another name. For me, I prefer renaming it to all roots. All roots. I think it's even a recommendation from the file. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, and that's okay. So I gotta go inside the community app. So the app that I downloaded from Final Act. I gotta go inside this apps, and there's a community app over here. So I need to grab all this. Oh my god, okay. I grab this and then I gotta bring it. I copy and then I'm gonna take it to web apps and then I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, so with this community app pasted, uh, yeah, I got a slow memory. I don't know what's going on, but at least you can see something. Uh, Okay, 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 okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, man. Come on. You gotta rush, man. You gotta rush. I got some other stops to do. Uh, cool. Yeah, I got it. So this folder, community app, I think this is, let me try to open this one. I'm gonna show you. I got this picture, which is one of the architecture from Mifos. And then when you're looking at this Mifos architecture, you're going to see that the blue is written by Mifos, and then if this is the framework, and this is written by community. And then you're going to see that the business logic has been written by Mifos, and then the Spring Data JPA and Hibernate, which is the implementation of the JPA. This is just an ORM, object relational mapper. And then you got this REST services, and then I think this is written by Mifos, and then you got the reference app. So the reference app is this one, which is the Angular based app, this one, community app. Okay. So in my web apps, I need to rename this community app into roots. So what I'm gonna do is just click over here and rename it to roots. Cool. Okay. I got it renamed now. So with this one, let me go again to the file, which is giving a documentation. Yeah, I think that's okay. So this other things, I'm not really sure I'm supposed to do it unless I'm using another repository for browsing, or if I'm using another UI for the front end, I can use this. But anyway, I'm just using the community app that's been developed by the MyPost team themselves. So I'm not going to change anything here. So with this one, I got things set up. So let me just close this and let me close this again. And why are you open? So let me close this. But there's one more thing that I'm supposed to do. If I go to my first installation X, this is for the penny hole. Let me go to my first, yeah, installing on Windows, not on Linux, but Windows, yeah, installation on Windows. So you're gonna see that Oh my god. Yeah, MifosForge dot Jira. Just need to wait a bit. Oh my god, you need to display something. What the hell's going on? Isn't my internet that fast? Oh my god, it's really, really taking time. Oh, I didn't set up my internet. Oh, shit. What is going on? What is going on? Okay. But anyway, let me just show you what I was supposed to do here. I was supposed to grab this pinhole. Where I get it? Yeah. Okay, this pinhole report. Yeah, I was supposed to just grab this and then take them to, I don't know, the users folder. Let me just grab them over here. Copy. I'm going to show you, I can just grab the one that I have on my C driver. When you come to my C driver and then you come to users and then you come into my username and there's a folder which is named MifosX and then inside here you got a pinhole folder. So the pinhole report, it's just located here. I don't need to change anything. I'm just going to leave it here and then we're going to have to launch the application. So I come here, I gotta go to my bin folder. Yeah. And then inside my bin folder, I'm gonna do this CMD. Okay. So with the CMD, I'm gonna do. So you need to make sure you got your database running, your database server running, and then your Java is still up. And the only thing you need to do is uh, starting the Tomcat bat. Okay, start a bat. When you click here, you got this one which is making some deployment. So it's just extracting the file, which is the final.raw. It's extracting it up, and then after that, it's going to show a lot of logs over here. It's a little complicated to read those logs, but sometimes you need to pay attention to it because there's things that they're showing you up, which gives you an idea what's going on. Yeah, so my post is a Spring-based web application, and for the people who are using Java, sometimes they know what Spring is. It's a framework. It's a very powerful framework from Java, and a lot of companies using it. You have uh, you have Western Union, which is using Spring Boot. You have Netflix, which is using Spring Boot, because I heard last time I read on internet that they were migrating from Node.js to Spring Boot. It's just something I read on the internet. I didn't have the time to check it out. Anyway, yeah. So all this is just displaying, the process of launching the application. So far, we don't have nothing which is launched, and don't make a mistake of going to launch MyFos onto your browser because it's not going to show anything. You will just have some error, and then you're going to just think maybe you did something wrong, but you just need to wait till they tell you that the server started at, it took this much milliseconds. That's what they're going to tell you. Yeah, these are, some mistakes that I have. I don't know, errors. What did they say? They say that the Catalina could start up. Why? Uh, yeah, maybe it's because I didn't stop the server. So what I'm gonna do is this. I will just click on Control C. I will stop the server, and so it's maybe the conflict of the port. I don't know if it's not the port. It's the conflict of the PID. The process ID. So I need to stop it and then and then stopping the uh, uh, stopping the Apache. Yeah, so I need to do this. Shut down inside Beam. I'm gonna do shutdown bat, and then I'll see if this is gonna shut down. Oh, it refused to shut down. Uh, I don't know. Maybe it refused to shut down because I already shut it down. Now let me try to start it up again. Start up bat. Okay. Let me see it. It's launching. Uh, yeah, it's deploying the archive, which is the final rack provider that will. So you got the Spring logs. These logs are very, very important and you need to pay attention to it because they're going to be displaying some errors that you might have an idea and correct them up. Uh, okay, it's doing some migration, dynamically evolving using Jdbc Driver, using Jdbc version. There's more things that these logs. It's really really crazy to read them up. You know. Uh, uh, Still having some errors. I don't know what the hell is going on over here. Cannot copy the key. Oh, I think this is a key problem, huh? What did they say? Get enabled. There's an exception. The connector uh, cannot recover the key. Oh, the key store? Uh, cannot recover the key. Let me check. In my configuration file, if I can see some problems I need to set up. Well, server, XML, open this up. And when I come here, yeah, I think, yeah, it's my first key store. And the password was 3 times 6. Let me just try to launch it to see if it's going to work. Localhost, it's not 8080, but 8443. And then launch. If it doesn't work, I will still take, yeah, it doesn't work. So I'll still have to check some other things here, which I didn't specify. Uh, mm, there's some couple of things I didn't specify. What's this is just a connector? What did they say? So these are errors that we are facing every time we're launching this one. It's yeah, let me stop this first. And then maybe I need to come over here. There's another thing that I did, like by coming here, I think I can just use the key store that I generated for one of my app. Come to this conf file, and then I open a server, and then with this one, I got a key store which is located here. Let me just use this key store which is located not into the file folder, but at the root of my username. Let me grab this and copy here. Okay, let me just use this key store. And then this one is having like The password is Seth00. Okay. Now, just save and then try to launch again. Okay, so with this one on, I'm gonna do start back and then I'll be looking at it. Spring logo, Spring Boot logo. Uh, okay, gotta wait to see what's going on. Migration, OpenGPA dynamically loaded a validation provider. There's things that are logged in. Okay, I got a server set up, and then the server is up now. So if I go to localhost colon port 84, but you need to add HTTPS at the beginning so that you can run it. Okay, so I got Mifos here, and then the username, the default username is Mifos, and then default password is password. And I click in here, yeah, I got it, and this is Mifos, which is open over here. You got it in English, and then you can just come into the all these folders, and you can see manuals and manage offices, manage holidays, manage employees, standing instruction history. They got a file mapping, password preferences, loan provisioning criteria, entity data table checks. You got a currency configuration, manage files, back loan reassignment. You got a telecaching management, working days, payment type, SMS campaigns, and you got a ad hoc query, and then you got something called back import. This is for importation of a lot of just in case you got offices ready and users ready, groups and loans accounts, a saving account, fixed deposit account, recurring deposit account, and you got a chart of accounts, share accounts, employees, clients, centers, and loan repayment, savings transactions, fixed deposit transactions, recurring deposit transactions, general entries, and guarantors. You got all those data ready, and then you can just import them up by clicking over here. And if you want to know what's the format of the data, you can just download them from here. Yeah, you can come over here and then click on download, and this is going to ask you the username, which is MyForce, and then it's going to ask you the password, which is password, and then you do this. You will see a file which is downloaded, and then when you click here, it will open with Excel. And this one is going to show you what are the columns that are required for importing data into that table. I don't know. What does it display over here? Yeah. So you got an office name, parent office, and you got a parent office ID, and then open on date, Excel ID. And so, don't just care about all the things that you're seeing over here. Most important is this one. And then when you see store, it's not required. There's some amount of information that are not required, so you just leave it like that, and then it will work. I tested up, and that's cool. I will not save it. Okay. So you got MyForce open. We just installed it on Windows, and then we got it running. And you got a chart of account over here, and there's things that you can set up. You got customers, clients, and when you click on one client, then you're going to see that you got some data, add charge. So I really don't know how to use this application. Maybe I need to take time to read the documentation just provided on the internet. But anyway, for the one who know how to use it, or someone who's been working into the financial companies, or like microfinances, or micro lending company, or whatever, maybe you might have an idea of it. I'm just a software engineer, so I don't know more about using this application anyway. So thank you so much. So this is video made for Richard. Richard, this is your video. Just in case you got some other questions, please don't hesitate to drop them over here. I will see them. And then I think the next time I'm gonna do a video to show you how to deploy Mifos on Linux machine. I'm gonna have to run it on my virtual host, I think VirtualBox, on which I'm gonna have a Linux server running, and I'll show you how do I set up things from scratch, how to install my MySQL. I might want to set up things like the Java and other things, and then till we come to deploy the MifosX application. Thank you so much, and see you.